Right, I can hit enter. So then I go down here and I find Y again, and we hit enter. Okay. Now we have a Ford. We hit enter. Now we have a truck. Hit enter. Now we have a Explorer. So this is the 5th digit. Look at the 5th digit. What is the 5th digit?
5th digit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is a U?
U. So we find U here. Explorer U. We hit enter. Okay, what is the 6th digit? One right next to
the U, and that would be an 8.
No.
A B. That's a B. That's a B.
No, it's a
U6.
6.
You
We
said
need
the
to get
6.
some new glasses.
What he said?
Fifth
digit.
and six.
Right
Six
there.
one right there.
So
Oh, check that out. I looked at the U right there. There's
Okay.
another U in it. Okay.
Now, look where we are. We're on this screen here. So we can look at the engine, suspension, driver's seat, anti-theft. Let's go to ABS because that's what we want. Hit enter. Okay, the cable's good. Hit enter. Okay, and now it's going to load up. Okay, so now we're into this screen, the diagnostic menu. Go to diagnostic trouble codes. Hit enter. Okay, now read the codes. Go down one. Okay, hit enter. Okay. Now look at our codes. We have left front wheel speed sensor malfunction. We have the rear center circuits malfunction, the anti-lock brake system malfunction, and the battery voltage problem. Well, the battery was dead, that's why we have that one. That could also be the cause for this one here. Okay, so I didn't want to clear anything because we have the left front wheel speed sensor. So now we take our lab scope and we hook it up to the left front wheel speed sensor, and we're going to read the sensor.
I don't have you.
All right.
I know. I
Read
got
the
you.
sensor.
See, look. You can even look and see how I had it locked off.
So how did you do this, Ian? What did you do here to get this hooked up to the wheel speed sensor?
I took the connector off and I disconnected and I connected the wires onto it.
What is the system you have connected there?
OTC. What?
What is it? What is this?
The computer. Oscilloscope.
Oscilloscope, lab scope.
Okay,
This is our lab scope, or it's our OTC lab scope interface module that you hooked up to the lab scope, to the computer, to the laptop. So your laptop is now acting as a lab scope. Lab scope. Okay. So now spin the wheel. What do you see? Okay, so you're seeing the sensor voltage that the sensor is putting out. Okay, now what we're going to do, you want to spin it consistently, but you just had a drop there. Keep spinning it. See that flat spot that comes up every once in a while?
Yeah.
That flat spot's telling us something. Shouldn't it be the same as all the rest of them?
Yep.
So the flat spot's telling us that there is a problem with the signal.
Which is every time he puts his hand on that wheel to spin it faster, it breaks signal and causes that interruption.
Is that by load?
No?
Nope. Oh. I know what it is now. I know what it is. We bugged it, right?
Yeah.
That's where you drilled it. That's where you,
You're
yeah.
reading ground, is it?
So that's
So
what it
what
gives
it's
it.
doing is the air gap. So you saw the vein on the back of the rotor, right?
So by him touching it, it just
No, that doesn't.
No, that has nothing to do with this time.
That's
Before,
not the
that's how we figured out. What I think that's where he came to do
When he was
it.
doing it on the Toyota, that was stopping the thing from
It was breaking the line.
breaking it because every time he hit his hand on it, it would slow the wheel down.
Right.
This time, that's not the issue. On the back of the vane, on the back of the rotor, there's a vane with all the little slots in it, the little air gaps, right?
something on it.
So what we did was
Drilled it.
we removed one of the vanes so that now there is a wider gap. So every time that gap comes up, it shows there. That can happen from removing and reinstalling the rotor improperly, or doing work on the suspension. You could damage that vane. Okay. Now a lot of times that thing is called the toner wheel. It could be located on the CV axle. The CV axle could get damaged when you're removing it or reinstalling it. If you damage one of those little vanes there on the toner wheel, then you end up with this signal. And this happens a lot out in the industry when people get in a hurry when they're working on changing the CV axle, changing the rotor, and they don't watch, they drop it, and it damages one of the vanes, then you have a problem like this show up on your oscilloscope, because it's going to give you a code on your wheel speed sensor. It's going to give you a wheel speed sensor code in your scan tool.
Right.
So then when you got that code, your ABS system, then what does it do, Louis?
What?
What happens when you got a code with the ABS system?
Oh, you got a light.
You get a light, and the system becomes what?
Inoperative. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
When the
Becomes
yellow comes
inoperative,
on, it
right?
goes
Becomes
inop.
inoperative. So then the system's inoperative. So all you have is base brake. So which you don't have anti-lock, but you still have brakes.
Right.
So
It's not.
what we would do.